What's up, my arch fiends of chaos? Your king of the night, Vince Valentine EX Turk. Yeah, I got a bad hair day, hence why I'm wearing the lid. But anyways, this is gonna be a Kingdom Hearts theory video now. So just because it came to me in a dream, just like every other theory that is. But nonetheless, I'm actually gonna. Nonetheless, let's get right into it. Now, the first things you noticed if you played Chain of Memories. Now, I have not played the game all the way through, just because the combat is kind of harder than it was before. Don't get me wrong, I love the change of the combat, but this is about the character Namanie. Was Namanie Kyrie's heartless, or no, Kyrie's nobody, sorry, Kyrie's nobody, abused by the Organization 13? And I was going to say yes. Now, I might not have no exact video clips of her getting abused, but Larxene actually abuses her as much as it is. And what Kingdom Hearts tells you about abuse is abusers will act like they're nice to you for a minute just to get you to do things for them, and then the next minute they'll try to justify like abuse you. Such as when Namanie doesn't want to remember Sora because she's messing with Sora's memories and she feels bad and has a conscience. And then Larxene will tell things, then Larxene will be nice to her and suck up, but then next minute you see Larxene just yelling at her and Larxene just being mean and sarcastic. It's why, if you didn't know, I really don't like the character Larxene very much. Larxene was the Organization 13's mega thought, but also kind of a bitch, so that's one of the reasons why. Now, I think not all the Organization 13 members are bad, because Axel, well, he didn't like secretly he didn't like the way Larxene was treating Namanie. Even though, yes, Axel at this point was a bad guy. One thing I liked about Axel is Axel was kind of the most human member of the organization. He was still a bad guy, but, he had more heroic intentions, considering his human name. Leah has reference to a hero, but this is not an Axel video. I go on being an Axel fan, as it is, but, Axel was the only one who didn't agree with Marluxia's treatment and, Marluxia's and Larxene's treatment. Now, granted, Marluxia did not directly abuse Namanie, He didn't directly abuse Namanie, but he did kind of treat her pretty bad. As for when you get to Namanie said she had to rewrite Sora's memories for the Organization 13's, for the Organization 13's agenda. That's why they wanted to rewrite Sora's memories. And if Namanie did not do so, Namanie would be lonely. Pretty much, Namanie would never be able to make friends at all. So the fact is, they purposely also kept her away from people. And abusive people that are abusive, they keep them away from their friends and family. They do their best to keep them isolated so they can control them. So it shows you how messed up even though this is a kid's game, even though Kingdom Hearts is a more child-friendly game, it shows you how messed up the bad guys could truly be and why they're labeled as such. Even though the Organization 13 isn't as bad because they're just trying to get their, get their hearts back and their souls back and become, normal people again so they can live the way they want to. But still, they're willing to do bad stuff. And they're even willing to abuse their prisoners just like Namanie. So, it goes to show why Organization 13's pretty much the true evil of the Kingdom Hearts universe, because they're willing to do anything it takes, any and all things it takes. Granted, yes. Should Namanie have rewrote Sora's memory? No, I don't think so, but she had to do it. You gotta understand. This is why people should play the games or at least watch the story cutscenes on YouTube, because it makes you understand the lore. I'd say buy the games and play it just because I'm in support of Square Enix and Final Fantasy and Kingdom Hearts, but, you gotta really understand how things really work. You know, in both Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories and Kingdom Hearts 2. Kingdom Hearts 2 actually filled in some of the blanks, you know, and it actually filled in some of the blanks as it is. And, you know, the thing is, they forced Namane to do all that. They forced Namane to rewrite memories, or she'd be alone. And she kind of already is alone being in that castle. You know, she kind of already is. But if Namane doesn't do what they want her to do, then she'll be completely alone. And she don't like to be alone. Not to mention, they just, you know, they try to keep Sora away from her. Even though she hasn't technically met Sora, because, you know, Namane is Kairi's nobody. I'm pretty sure Namane calls Sora a friend, you know. So they try to keep Sora away while she's writing their memories. So pretty much, and that's what they do. People that are abusive, they isolate their victims. They isolate their victims, and then be nice to them, and then be all apologetic 1 minute, and then the next minute they just find some way to just be abusive, push you against the wall, holler at you, scream at you, no matter what kind of abuse it is. Now, yes, there was no physical abuse, but not all abuse has to be physical. You know, verbal abuse is just as powerful as physical abuse, you know, as well. So, you know, what it goes to show, and one thing I like about Kingdom Hearts actually shows the human aspect of humans, you know, that there's light and dark energy, you know, and then light energy is all happiness, love, and all that, and darkness is all hate and anger. So Kingdom Hearts is a game that shows these emotions, you know, shows that, you know, that people feel all kinds of emotions. In fact, people can feel both light and dark emotions at once if need be, but nonetheless, you know, it just seems to be that the Organization 13 members, they're willing to do all and everything to get what they want. You know, even if it's at the even if at the cost of other people's health. And that's why Namane comes off shy in the beginning of Chain of Memories. Like, she's all shy, her head down, and stuff like that, is because Larxene, the Organization 13 thought, you know, really messed with her. Really fucked with her to the point where she feels like a broken person. And that's why she even developed somewhat Stockholm Syndrome with Organization 13, because they pushed her so bad and broke her up so good that the organization actually has complete control of her. That's why she has Stockholm Syndrome. Again, I don't have all the clips because these are the ones I record on the PlayStation, but pretty much, yeah, Namane has to do what they want, or she'll be alone, or worse, face destruction, because Organization 13 members, they're messed up. They're a messed up organization. That's just how it is, you know. Even though they're not all of them were bad, it just goes in the human aspects of everything, and it shows you the human aspects of the human heart, and you know, pretty much. That's what my whole theory is based around. I think it's, you know, forced liberation, as well as a bit of Stockholm Syndrome, and then feeling down about herself because she feels like she's doing something wrong when she's rewriting people's memories. So yes, Namane is an abuse victim. She is an abuse victim, you know. And she does take the abuse that Organization 13 has gave her because she had no choice. And that's why she had to rewrite Sora's memories, you know. And I said, this definitely goes into why I don't like the character Larxene. Goes into one of the reasons, you know, as well. And then, you know, if you notice the Kingdom Hearts 2, since she's free of Organization 13 after Chain of Memories, after Marluxia has been defeated by Sora, You know, you see a much happier, sunnier version of Namanie. You know, Namanie is actually a lot happier than she was previous game, because now her captor's been defeated. You know, and the leader of the captors, Marluxia. So that's what so you do notice a change of how things are in the Kingdom Hearts verse. So yes. That's
Get up and do something with your life. Always screaming at me. Yeah. You know this. I go on this underground sound. I said, and I always wonder, everybody's trying to say I'm copycatting everybody else, but I'm more original than what you have come up with. Etros, curse. Etros, curse. Etros, curse. Etros, curse.